what rap audience ain't ready for is a real person. You know what I want to say, a real N-I-G-G-A. I'm coming at him 100% real. I ain't compromising Nathan. Anybody that talk about me got problems. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be straight up, like if I was a street person. That's how I'm coming at the whole world, and I'm being real about it.
See, it was a story even more gangster than that. Him and Nas. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
I would love to hear it though.
Oh, it's so gangster.
Fake dog, no love, you get the slug. CB4, gusto.
You heard it wrong, nigga. Ain't nothing sweet about my techniques. You second for my breathless quote. I wrote deadly. My history so thoroughly involved destruction. Niggas left with they ass clean, lyrical fucking. Open up, first the bus, let me see your heart. Turn the lights down, cause I might clown the door. When I check for the heart mix, what you be blind? You can watch it from my pockets, planet locked on my. And my blind, let my rhymes speak. For me in history, a legend, you can find me. Down Makaveli beard, down the death row. Fuck what you say, we untouchable. Now that we done shipped out Trey, he ain't made a beat in 6 years. Sway the shit, won't get no record sales, sucking Nas dick. Let me get my preach on, nigga. Drop the beat, I get my freak on. Wrong one for you to speak on. Motherfucker, watch your mouth.
No love, you get the slug. CB4, gusto.
When you scream fake thugs, who the fuck you mean? Get more green than all of y'all, nigga. Fuck your team.
Fake dog, no love, you get the slug. CB4, gusto.
This little nigga named Nas think he live like me. Just talk about he left the hospital, took fire like me. I heard Nas got beef cause I'm dissing his clip. Skinny nigga, bring your ass, nigga, you can get this. I'm gonna ride, steady roll rapping. Treat your cash on, nigga, 5 times flat. What's that? Layla, I got a problem with this hard shit. Ever since me, myself, and I, y'all been garbage. I'ma keep it real, show you how it feels. Why? Y'all went 3 feet, stop by. I ain't seen shit, y'all. Rings is a fat bitch, that's the truth. I got a jar full of niggas nuts, that's for you. Let the west side, east side, drama see. I come alone to your own streets. Outlaw, prepare to panic when I unleash. Niggas is lucky if they leave here in one piece. That's a proper queen, Puff never had no heart to thought. So how the hell Biggie Smalls get the part?
Fake dog, no love, you get the slug. CB4, gusto.
When you scream fake thugs, who the fuck you mean? Get more green than all of y'all, nigga, fuck your team.
Fake dog, no love, you get the slug. CB4, gusto.
This little nigga named Nas think he live like me. Just talk about he left the hospital, took fire like me.
I seen this nigga Nas at the House of Blues. I caught him out of pocket and everything. I was deep with my niggas. I know he had no gun. We could have rushed him right there. I was like, what's up, yo? I said, yo, this East Coast, West Coast, no. It's not about you. Don't get caught up in. I swear to God, we love you. We got love for you. This nigga Nas went back home and started talking that fake thug and dropping me the Jews and the shit. And that's wrong. Cause you should have said that to me when I was right there. He knew his album said all this shit. And the nigga was like, don't do that. That means you're a punk. You know what I mean? I won't hug a nigga I don't like.
That all these people talk about an East Coast, West Coast war, they like the Judas was to Jesus. They only here to cause confusion. All these weak rappers, Nas, all these suckers, they battling off of East and West like this is a game. This ain't no game. Overthrow the government y'all got right now, which is Bad Boy and Nas and all that bullshit. We will bring a new government here that will feed every person in New York.
Death Row is when MTV had an award show at the Central Park. I don't know if that's the right name of the park, but it was a big ass park. So Tupac and all of us from Death Row, we mobbing. We see Nas. He walk up to Nas. Nas got about 100 goons with him.
Sounds right.
That I see, that I know that they killers, but Pac ain't tripping and he just don't care. So he walk up on Nas. Nas reached to shake Pac's hand. And Nas said, I got love for you, Pac. And Pac said, well, nigga, if you got love for me, I got a song coming out, nigga, why I dissed you, Jay-Z, Biggie. He named about 40 motherfuckers. He named a bunch of niggas. And he told Nas, nigga, if you got love for me, nigga, you ain't gonna say nothing after this record come out.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is Makaveli Media. Let me give a shout out to LT Hutton, man, who produced Watch Your Mouth for Tupac originally. And let me give a shout out to my homeboy DJ J-Lou, who did his own thing with it, Fake Thugs. You know, it was kind of awesome to hear that because, you know, the whole Nas new leak diss track when he's calling Tupac just that. It's kind of good to hear Tupac respond, to the fake thug accusation. And it wasn't just Nas that was saying that about Tupac. Like I say, that was the low-hanging fruit. That was the easy thing for people to say when they wanted to try to come at Pac. Call Pac a fake thug. You heard rappers like King Son. You heard the Fugees on Cowboys, saying Pac was playing a role, so many words. Or when you hear Biggie refer to the actor, like he's acting, calling Tupac an actor. Once again, questioning his gangster, questioning his thug. See, this was an inside joke by a lot of rappers or, a lot of Tupac adversaries. And, they let their feelings spill out into their music. But see, Tupac was smart. A lot of Tupac fans knew exactly who they were talking about, and so did Pac. You hear Nas a lot on It Was Written, referred to fake thug or the fake, or this dude looks fake. Tupac knew that It Was Written had a lot of subliminal disses towards him. That's why his follow-up album that came after that was Makaveli, where he had several songs talking about Nas, but the songs got taken off the album because him and Nas came to better terms. He promised Nas he would remove his name from the album. Suge said they couldn't get all of the work done because Tupac's, passing, and they left some of the songs as is. But today, I wanted to talk, why in the world would rappers want to question Tupac's thug? One of the things you would hear over the years is, well, he went to the School of the Arts. They're referring to the Baltimore School of the Arts, right here in my backyard. And part of the curriculum for going to the School of the Arts is you take up dance. Of course, you take up acting. You take up music. I don't know how much of a say-so the student actually has. So it wasn't just Tupac that took up dance. It probably was 99% of all of the students there. You had to. It's like gym. It's like, algebra. You cannot attend, you just won't pass the class. That's simple. And, through no fault of his own, yes, he did attend the School of the Arts. Then you hear people say, well, like Nas called Pac CB4. Chris Rock, critically acclaimed movie in the early 90s where he portrayed the role as a gangster rapper. He started out as a conscious rapper. He had a lot of gimmicks, and then he finally took the identity of a local gangster and he blew up. You hear people say, well, Tupac started out in Digital Underground. Then he was a conscious rapper. Then he turned into Thug Life. If they knew anything about the man, they would know he already had those different traits, those different characteristics in his personality from the jump. Pac wasn't just one way. Pac was rowdy. Pac was an intellectual. Pac was astute. And Tupac was also gangster. People used to call Pac the soft rapper after he first came out with Brenda's Got a Baby. People couldn't understand how could Tupac claim thug and have morals. How could he care about children? How could he care about his people? How could he be a social activist and still be a thug? These were the questions people had. How could he shout women out? How could he care about women on welfare and still be a thug? And then when he busted 2 cops in Atlanta, people were still skeptical about that. When most rappers, not rappers, I take that back, when most people so-called thugs, so-called gangsters won't even raise their voice to a police officer. Tupac cocked and squeezed. I'm just saying. But it was the upbringing. It was the background. So his mother put these different attributes in Tupac. You know, he got to see firsthand how to strategize. He got to see firsthand how to struggle. He got to see firsthand how to survive. But through the glitz, glamour, and fortune, Pac never forgot where he came from. And that's why Tupac could not only touch so many different lanes, but he could touch so many different people also. It is what it is. But anyway, so you can never put Tupac in one box. And I think that probably confused people more than anything else. But, you know, the burden of being original or being different is ridicule. You know, you have people that don't understand things, and instead of trying to figure them out, they go into attack mode. And I think a lot of the people that at the time, in the moment, they had a lot of derogative things to say about Tupac. I think after they got a little bit more mature and got to sit back and watch things for what they were, I think they learned not only to respect Tupac, but to admire Tupac because he was different. But calling Tupac a fake thug really bothered him. He don't even understand how you could call him a fake thug. And then he changed the meaning of thug right in front of you. He made it his own. No matter what you thought the definition of a thug was, Tupac told you directly what it meant to him. And I think that said it all. Well, anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is Makaveli Media. I'm your homie Gab. It's been a pleasure as always. Before I sign off, I want y'all to hit me with a thumbs up. Don't forget, if you know me, grow me. Shout outs to my man Theo B. And we out of here, y'all. Peace.